In today's video, we're going to be discussing the P2P resistance and how global conflict has changed the crypto market forever.
It's always quick at Quick Trader.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another Quick Trader video. My name is Keenan. I'm here with
Luca
and
Nolan.
And today we're going to be discussing how P2P has changed during the world conflicts of today. There is currently a war going on in the world. Not a world war, luckily, not yet, but we're building
war
up to
nevertheless.
everything about this little war I wouldn't even call it little, but this conflict that's going on right now is affecting our trades. It's affecting the P2P market, it's affecting the crypto market, it's affecting stocks. What else are we going to see in the near future when talking about this war? I mean, I've been reading up recently, Iran, the Iranian exchanges, there's been like a 700% increase in withdrawals.
That is crazy. Watch just people pulling all their money out.
Yeah, and they're moving it to self-custody wallets, basically privatizing. Yeah, they're privatizing. So I think something I've just kind of pegged in my mind as a bit of an important step is to make sure that you're kind of segregating yourself from dodgy traders. You don't want to be funding the war in a sense. And I mean, not to say that it's possible, but it's not impossible either. And I think that's where you kind of need to keep yourself segregated. So I want to ask you boys, how has this conflict been affecting your trades? Have you seen any differences at all? Have you noticed price hikes? Have you noticed price drops? What's going to be happening, and our daily lives? I mean, things are getting pricey.
I notice it in charts, bro, especially because I'll see the manipulation, like with gold, for example. I'll see gold manipulating, and I just wanted to bring this up that yesterday, Donald Trump posted on Truth Socials about the whole war situation going on and coming to a conclusion, which Iran ended up denying entirely about that post. And just because Trump posted on Truth Socials, Bitcoin pumped 4% and oil dropped 14%.
Which is insane.
In like 5 minutes.
So crazy. Because I had like 10,000 Rand inside of BTC in my wallet.
Nice.
And I was like, why have I got extra $40? Bonus.
Yeah.
Now it makes sense.
Yeah, bro.
Now it makes sense.
It becomes an easy score, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But just imagine one man being able to like move the markets and manipulate. Like that's a lot of insider trading happening, especially in the
crypto space.
In the crypto space, yeah.
But it's almost like the SEC meetings, you know, when the SEC meetings start and then man walks out, he goes, "Good morning," or he goes, "Good afternoon." And just by the tone of that dude's voice, boom, you're either seeing a pump or you're seeing a dump. And yeah, it's quite interesting. Now, one thing that I've noticed that this has really affected, aside from the crypto market, has literally been our petrol prices, just because of oil worldwide. I blame our government. I'm not a political guy, but like, you know, I blame our government. They were mentioning we've got fuel reserves and things are holding out nicely. We've got enough fuel to last us for the war. I was like, okay, cool, then why is our fuel going up like 24 cents or something like that? It's crazy. So that's a jump.
That's just, okay, now I don't like getting too political, but that's just the nature of things, yeah. Whenever there's opportunity for something to get price pushed, it will get price pushed.
The price gets pushed up.
Yeah.
And I mean, because of that, it's not only our fuel, it's food prices that are going to be going up. And I think obviously with the assets that we're buying on the marketplaces, fees might go up on Valor and Luno if it's more expensive for the exchanges to acquire crypto. So look, I could be wrong in that aspect, but this is just my opinion right now, and it's gonna get more and more difficult for us to trade, especially if this conflict carries on for so long. You know?
Yeah, like
it's
a trickle down effect onto everything.
Yeah,
I see.
and it's because there's like fear in the markets, bro. Everyone's taking out their positions, investors are pulling.
It's extreme fear as well, which is so scary.
And us as traders are trying to trade these markets, so even we're getting the end of the stick. You know?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. It's not like we traders, we have to trade these markets,
Exactly,
you know.
bro.
So
There's been a few ruble-pegged coins, so from Russia's side, there's been a few ruble-pegged coins that have also processed like a couple billion in volume recently. Yeah, so you know, there's good and there's bad movement worldwide right now, and I think you just need to be able to navigate what's good and what is bad. And it's not that difficult to do, but at the same time, as Nolan was mentioning, there's market manipulation. Like, how are we supposed to? You can't predict that, but you can prepare yourself for that, I think, and that's important.
You can't predict when Trump is going to post on a social media, bro.
And what's gonna happen afterwards.
Exactly, and everything just dumps. Like, but you can react to that, and not even react. The proper word is prepare yourself. Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's also why it's important to like diversify your portfolio.
Oh yeah.
So in case of, you know, when things like this do happen, it's not like you're riding on one coin. You know.
Well, that's as we discussed this I think in one of our last videos as well. Is putting all your eggs in one basket. It's not supposed to be. Yeah, I mean, you're just ending up losing out at the end of the day.
You're waiting for something to happen.
You're waiting for something to happen. And I mean, I've got a couple of friends as well, you know, that just, they only hold Bitcoin. And it's like, for them, it's just an investment and nothing else. It's not close to where we hold it true, you know. Where with us, it's our daily lifestyle. We're trying our utmost to actually pull a profit off of it every day. And it's not just Bitcoin, but I mean, from their side of things, they're gonna, and they have seen like significant losses on some days, and then they've seen the growth afterwards, you know. And we're in that cycle now as well. And I think with the conflict, just my prediction, I don't know if this will ever happen, but we might be able to see like quite a big super cycle come running along after the war.
Definitely, just for recovery.
Just for the recovery time period. And I mean, if you're buying the dip in that side of things, you're going to be making a lot of money. But it's also scary right now because everything you do as a trader, you're not really successful in the sense that with the war going on, the entire system's against you. I mean, the markets need to recover their money from somewhere, and who are the pawns in those markets? That's unfortunately us. Yeah.
Now that you say that, at the start of this war, if you had decided to hold like Bitcoin or other altcoins like Ethereum, for an example, you would be up 7 to 9% as of today's date on your investment.
That's not a bad buy, you know. But with that being said, then I think you would be one of the people, like one of my friends, I was telling you guys about that now, just buying the asset and just leaving it, you know, like whatever happens, happens.
Like there is that way of investing.
Of course, but as a P2P trader,
That's
not what we do most of the time. Of course we do, like, keep coin aside, hold it, invest, but a lot of the times we're getting coin and we're advertising that coin to be sold again.
True.
Because that's our business model.
In a sense, that's kind of keeping the people who are stuck in the war at the moment, it's also keeping them afloat, you know. Like I said with the Iranian exchange, 700% spike. It's a lot of money.
That's a lot.
It's exchange withdrawals, and it's just Iranian exchanges. So I'm
and these
not
numbers,
familiar.
these numbers look so far-fetched, but they're real.
They're real.
Yeah.
Now look, last question before we start to wrap this up. I was thinking to myself today, do you guys think that this war has kind of shown the world that P2P is a little bit of a lifeline? Because I mean, it's not spoken about on the news, but at the same time as P2P being this massive lifeline for some of these countries, we also have the argument of the banking system starting to take over P2P. So how are we supposed to manage and almost like predict the future, in a sense, on where P2P is going? Because this just gives us uncertainty as well as P2P traders, you know?
I mean, I think it is definitely a lifeline in, well, Iran's case, because now all those people who pulled now all that funds out of the exchanges, they're still able to trade between each other through P2P. They're still able to get access to goods and stuff that they might not have been able to get access to before. I mean, if you look at examples now, not even just the case of like war. If you look at examples like Nigeria and stuff, P2P is a whole safe haven there for people to move their money across. So
Used daily.
yeah, it's used daily. And if that's such a prime example and how far it's come there, why would it not be in Iran?
Yeah.
And, you know,
I totally
if they're
agree
looking
with
for another option for them to move money.
you. So I wanted to ask, do you think that this is going to keep the banks and P2P kind of tied in with one another? And do you think that the bank is taking over the P2P system?
I
Because
don't know if they're necessarily taking over, but I would say they are getting involved and things are going to be a lot more strict. Because with that new CAF thing, the crypto assets,
regulatory framework, yeah.
now I know Capitec and FNB, they are actually able to contact different exchanges and stuff, and there's a full paper trail for all crypto transactions. If you're moving
It's
ZAR,
starting this year. It started this year.
it started already. If you're moving ZAR from those accounts into an exchange, off to a P2P platform, whatever it be, they are able to track the full paper trail through.
Like with the hash and with the
Everything,
transaction ID.
Yeah, I think that might assist us like with blocks and stuff like that maybe, but honestly, it takes the privacy out of everything.
It takes the privacy. It's gonna help with that with regards to like scams and things like that.
Yeah,
but
which
it's
is
also
great.
how long does it take to deal with banks as it is?
Yeah.
Now just imagine how long it's gonna deal with banks moving forward.
Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you liked the video, please leave a comment down below if you'd like to chat to us. More importantly, we've got a WhatsApp group. If you guys do want to join the WhatsApp group and speak to us on a bit more of a personal level, please let us know. You can click the link down below. All our socials are linked there as well. It's in the description, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Cheers, guys.
Yes, yes.